Winning one NBA title is beyond tough, but winning 7? That's an accomplishment that's nearly impossible. But you know who did? No, not MJ, not Kobe, not Magic or Kareem. It was the man they called Big Shot Rob, Robert Horry, who finished his career with 7 championship rings. Only 9 players in the history of the NBA have won 7 or more championships, and Robert Horry is one of them. How did he do it? Why is he not talked about in the same way people speak of other NBA legends? Does Robert Horry deserve to be one of the greatest of all times? Let's learn about one of the most fascinating NBA careers of all time. To really understand how it all started and what led up to his success in the league, we've got to go back to the start of it all. Robert Horry grew up in Andalusia, Alabama. From an early age, it was clear that Robert would be special on the basketball court. At an early age, he was already 6'9" with a lean frame and natural athletic skills. The guy was born to play. He was built like a basketball player, but did he have the on-court intelligence to score? The answer to that question was a resounding yes, and he proved that during his high school years with his work on both ends of the court. This paved the way for a scholarship to the University of Alabama, where he only got better. Coaches and players were blown away by his defensive efficiency and his rebounding abilities. Plus, he was getting better offensively too. The Crimson Tide appeared in multiple NCAA tournaments during this time, including a Sweet 16 run in 1991. Through it all, Robert was consistent, professional, and kept getting better. In 1992, the Houston Rockets selected Horry as the 11th overall pick in the draft, and he made an impact right away. Robert came into a pretty sweet situation and was playing alongside the great Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler. He immediately became a key piece of the Rockets' championship run because of his ability to stretch the floor and shoot from the perimeter. Plus, he was able to guard just about anyone, which meant there was never a bad time to have Horry on the floor. This is right around the time he earned his famous nickname Big Shot Rob. And why is that? That's because Robert Horry was able to deliver when the stakes were at their highest. He didn't fear the pressure or the spotlight. In fact, he thrived in those situations. He may not have been the biggest star on the team, but Robert Horry was constantly praised by others for his selflessness and his top-of-the-line basketball IQ. In his second and third seasons, Robert was part of the Rockets' back-to-back championship runs. This cemented the idea that he was someone who didn't shy away from pressure and actually did better when everything was on the line. 2 championships is better than what most NBA stars get, but Robert Horry was just getting started. After 4 seasons with the Rockets, he was sent to the Phoenix Suns, and then later to the Los Angeles Lakers. Over in LA with Shaq and Kobe, Horry's legacy grew even more and reached new heights. Horry was a vital part of the Lakers' historic three-peat run from 2000 to 2002. Once again, his ability to hit big shots in the most critical moments were on full display, especially during the 2002 Western Conference Finals against the Sacramento Kings. Lakers fans fondly remember Game 4, when Horry sank a game-winning three-pointer right at the buzzer, a moment that is still remembered and will forever be cherished in the Lakers' history books. It was a crucial moment because the Kings were ahead in the series by 1 game, and people were wondering if the Lakers had what it took. After giving up a huge lead, LA was fighting for its life. The game came down to the wire, and the Lakers were behind by 2. And that's when Robert Horry positioned himself in his spot and posted perhaps the most important bucket of his career. Days later, the Lakers would win the series and head to the finals again, and ultimately winning the championship for their three-peat. And many people still think it wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for Robert Horry. The term role player is tossed around a lot in the NBA, but if you're looking for a prime example of one, look no further than Robert Horry. During his years with the Lakers, he earned an honorable reputation as someone who could do just about anything in any game. He could guard anyone, make clutch shots, and play against any opponent. The thing that set Robert Horry apart from so many others is that he was striving to fill his role, and he wasn't always fighting for more time in the spotlight. He wasn't trying to be as well known as Kobe or Shaq. He knew that he was the guy who could come off the bench and actually make a difference. He embraced his position and always strived to fight hard. A lot of people said that Horry was the glue that held the Lakers together. Sure, Kobe and Shaq were the stars who got the most media attention, but would all of their success have been possible without Robert? Unlikely. Because of that, Horry wasn't just loved by fans, he was also loved by everyone in the locker room. After winning championship number 3, 4, and 5 with the Lakers, it was time for Horry to leave his mark on another team, and he was sent to the San Antonio Spurs for the final stretch of his career. He was 33 years old at the time, and a lot of people just assumed he wouldn't be producing a lot, and would basically be a permanent presence on the bench. And yes, he didn't play as much in San Antonio, but he once again showed the world why he was such a huge basketball talent. It was here that Robert Horry achieved something that few others have. He won 2 more championships, bringing his total to a whopping 7 rings. Playing alongside Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Tim Duncan, under the legendary coach, Greg Popovich, Robert Horry was still one of the best difference makers in the entire NBA. Robert's performance during the 2005 finals against the Detroit Pistons is still one for the record books, because he again showed off his clutch skills, including an eye-popping three-pointer in Game 5 that helped turn the series in the Spurs' favor. During all of the championships and playoff runs, the media didn't really give Robert the sort of attention he deserved. Why? Well, he wasn't as flashy as some of the other superstars dominating the league at the time. But for the real fans and other players in the league, Horry was someone special, and his accomplishments said it all. The truth is that his impact and his legacy are undeniable. He is one of the only 9 players in the league history to win 7 or more championships. That means he sits alongside icons like Bill Russell and Robert Parrish. And while winning 7 championships is astonishing, the fact that he did it with 3 separate teams is just jaw-dropping. It is definitive proof that he improved every single team he played with. Although he was a master at stepping up in the clutch, Robert's style wasn't flashy, and it didn't create as many SportsCenter highlights. But he was able to adapt and fit into any lineup. He wasn't limited to just one system of play or group of stars. Whatever his team needed, Big Shot Bob was ready to provide it. As the years went on, Robert knew retirement was coming, and after his 5th season with the Spurs, it was time to hang it up. At 37 years old, he had done things that others could only dream of. Maybe his jersey didn't sell as much as Kobe Bryant's or Tony Parker's, but no one could deny what he had accomplished during his 16 years in the league. And since leaving the league, he kept a pretty low profile. Robert has been coaching his AAU Big Shot basketball team in Los Angeles, and has been spotted rooting for his son where he plays football for Texas A&M. So, do you think Robert Horry has a Hall of Fame-worthy career? Leave your thoughts below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.